I've cooked steak in a ton of different ways, but sous vide might be the closest you can get to a steak method that is impossible to screw up. Today we're gonna cook a sous vide steak from start to finish. We're gonna sous vide it, dry it off, and get it in a ripping hot pan to build that beautiful crust that we all know and love. Now, sous vide is just French for under vacuum. And in the context of cooking, it is simply vacuum sealing your protein and dunking it in a water bath. Now, sous vide control is the biggest benefit you have with sous vide. You can cook something low and slow at an exact temperature. So when you have that expensive piece of meat, it takes out the guesswork and you can precisely cook that piece of meat and you eliminate a lot of the risk of overcooking and ruining a very expensive piece of meat. So for this sous vide, we're going to cook a ribeye at 130 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour and a half. And that should give us a perfect medium rare, and it should be ready to go when it comes out to get that beautiful crust on it. First step is to set up our sous vide. So we have our container, we have our sous vide wand, and we're gonna set it to 130 degrees for an hour and a half. We're gonna keep it simple and we're just gonna use salt, pepper, and thyme. We're gonna save both the butter and the garlic for later when we're doing the searing. After you're done seasoning, the next step is to go ahead and vacuum seal it. Pretty simple. I added some thyme in there when I vacuum sealed it. Make sure all the air's out, get it nice and tight. And we're gonna place it in a water bath. Now I let mine stay in the water bath for about an hour and a half. And when it comes out of the bag, it's gonna look pretty sad. It's gonna be wet and just look very, very drab. But that's okay, because sous vide is designed to cook the inside of the steak. The outside is left up to you. But before it goes into the pan, we have to dry it off really, really well. So the browning that happens in the pan is called a Maillard reaction. And in order to achieve that reaction, you need low moisture and high heat. So make sure you dry it off very, very well and that pan gets nice and hot before the steak goes in. Now the sear is where there is one place that you might be able to screw it up. If you don't dry it off enough, then you have to boil off the moisture before you get that brown reaction. And that means that you're heating the inside up for a longer amount of time. Be careful at this stage, nothing to freak out about, but you just wanna make sure the steak is dry and your pan is nice and hot. One of the big advantages of sous vide is that the internal temp is exactly where you want it all the way through. Now, all that's left to do is to build that crust. I'm using Graz's high heat oil. It is an olive oil that is light in flavor and has the impurities taken out. It's good for high heat cooking. Its smoke point is about 460 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's gonna be perfect for our steak sear. If you wanna give it a try, I have an affiliate link in the description below and you get 10% off. Once the oil is nice and hot, I lay the steak away from me so you don't splash oil on yourself, but you lay it away from you and you let it build crust for about a minute, 15 seconds. I then flip the steak again and build crust on the other side. After that second flip, when I flip it that third time, is when I add my butter, my thyme, and garlic. Now don't peel the garlic cloves, just smash them with the side of your knife or your hand and place them in there. We just want it to kind of perfume the butter. As the butter melts, you're gonna baste the steak and it's gonna get nice and foamy and frothy and you just keep basting the steak. Now, if you want, you can flip it again and just keep basting, baste the other side as well. And we don't wanna leave it in there for too much longer because we do not wanna cook the inside more than it already is. Once that crust is looking really good, we take it out, place it on a pan, and we're going to dump our butter and aromatics on top of the steak. Now with sous vide, you don't need to let it rest. Now you can take it from that tray and put it right on your plate and you are good to go. So this steak is medium rare from edge to edge. There's hardly any graying around the outside and the crust looks great. Another advantage to sous videing steak is you do not have the moisture loss that you have with conventional ways of cooking steak. Grilling or pan searing the steak from raw to cook. You get a beautiful, full, very moist steak all the way through. And this is why sous vide is a game changer for home cooks. It's forgiving, it's repeatable, and gives you a ton of control when you're cooking your proteins. You can finish your steak in a pan like we did here, or you can use a grill. You can also use a torch. The bottom line is you need low moisture and high heat. If you want a deeper breakdown of sous vide, I have a video in the description below where I go over sous vide, what it is and how it works in depth. I also show you in that video how to cook something like a pork shoulder and get pull apart pork shoulder that's super tender and super delicious. I also have a guide in the description below where I give you some temps, times, and textures for some different proteins. It's a good jumping off point to get you started sous vide. And if you got anything from this, I would love for you to subscribe. We're gonna continue learning skills and methods and little details that's gonna help us grow and become better home cooks. Until the next one, see ya.